If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back. Oh, my dear Lanta, do we have some things to discuss today? I had to take a few days away from this show just so I can take care of some things, get on the phone with some important people so that we may do some deep diving. No diddler. Oh yes, we have some things in motion because people feel like they can play all day on the internet. I must address this. It must be said and it must be put out there to the masses. Now, since the back and forth between me and Corey, well, I guess the one video I'll call it. It's not really a back and forth because he said what he had to say, I said what I had to say. But since that happened, a specific burner account has come up out of the woodworks and has been trying to troll and trying to do the most, trying to come at me right now. I get those all the time. I get the 5150 booty goons in the chat or in the comments. They say whatever and then they usually disperse. But this individual in particular has made it a point to really be obsessed with me, and it sounds it correlates to another individual who has done the same in the past. Now, I'm going to be careful because of certain legal things now that have been taken in place. I'm going to be careful about pointing the finger at certain individuals. We want to make sure we confirm who is behind these burner accounts. It's one person that has made several burner accounts, but the fact that they're so obsessed and the fact that they're going to the lengths that they're going, it lets me know that it's a certain individual, possibly, maybe. I have a strong feeling I know who it is, though. Y'all might know who it is, too. Now, I saw this person pop up out of nowhere in my chat, trying to get my attention. And when I replied, they immediately tried to jump to, oh, well, I'm in Minnesota. Let's meet up. No, you're not. You're not in Minnesota. And on top of that, what the fuck? Why would I meet up with a random nigga from the comments section to fight over a situation that has nothing to do with him? Maybe because he's a fanboy and he actually wants to suck Corey Holcomb's dick that much that he felt like he had to fight for another grown man? Is that what it is? Nah, no random person on the internet could be that mad at me, right? Has to be somebody that's close to the situation. Has to be somebody who feels strongly about what I do over here. Who do y'all think that could be? He said if it walks like it, if it smells like it, if it smells like bussy, it might be one person. Now, I was given the troll, back and forth. Because, it helps the algorithms. It helps the video be seen. It helps all that other extra shit, None of these trolls and none of these negative comments or people coming at me, calling me whatever on the internet, it doesn't faze me. Now, I've said that enough on this platform for people to get it. I don't have to reiterate myself. So I was going back and forth. And then this guy starts going to other channels that I'm a part of. Shout out to my 3G's family and trying to comment over there. I said, oh, yeah, he's showing the tendencies of the big bussy blood that we talk about sometimes on this channel. He's showing those tendencies. But it could not be him. It could very well be a random commenter on YouTube who has Corey's dick so far down his throat that he feels like he has to defend a random nigga he doesn't know. But that's okay. Now, things got a little weird this past weekend when all of a sudden now this person moved from YouTube accounts to Instagram. So now this person is on Instagram with a new account that they made just to come and troll and talk about me, posting pictures of me, talking shit, whatever the case may be. Okay. Just constantly trying to just get my attention. Very, very zesty of them. So I was like, all right, that's funny. You like me that much. You're obsessed with me that much that you're not only making multiple accounts on YouTube, but also on Instagram as well, dedicated to me. So I was like, all right, let me go to this guy's YouTube channel. Let me see if he has an email address or something up there that I can look up, right? Now, this is where it got to the point where I had to make some decisions that are currently in place right now. I went to this YouTube page and I see that they're posting up shorts and community posts dedicated to me as well. One of the shorts on their YouTube just so happened to be a picture of my late grandmother who just passed this past December. He wanted to be funny doing that. Well, when you start to cross the line in certain ways, and then on top of that, showing some more tendencies of another individual who I've called out before for being a weirdo and a possible pedo, it aligned with the type of things he would do. So when I seen that, I said, all right, this has to be him, but let's make sure that it's him first before I jump out the window and claim it, because these guys like to act tough, but really will go to the legal route. So I said, you know what, let me try to play their own game with them. Since niggas like to go the legal route, both individuals, not just Corey, but the other fat fuck who probably attended a couple freak-offs, got diddled probably. Let's play the legal route. Because I know we're not going to come face-to-face, pause. I know we're not finna get physical with each other. That's never going to happen. Niggas talk a lot on the internet, but none of that shit ever happens in real life. But what they will be quick to do is go the legal route. Now, I hope this person understands that VPNs, Because I know that's what a lot of weirdo niggas like to have, because they look up certain things and they don't want to be caught looking up egregious things on the internet or trying to be caught doing illegal activity on the internet. But I just want to let you know that VPNs don't protect you from federal investigations. Now, when you dox somebody, when you put somebody's personal information, like let's say an address, online, doesn't matter if you made another burner account, that burner account can be traced back to you. This person decided they wanted to put an address out there in a live chat. Now, granted, this isn't a place that I live, but he fucked up even harder doing that because it is the address of somebody I know. It's somebody I care for and love. A previous address of mine at one point. So the fact that you thought that you were trying to put me on blast and where I live on blast, you ultimately fucked yourself over because it's not where I live. And on top of that, it's somebody who I know who you're also going to get into some shit with, because they don't play that either. And I know you're probably watching this right now, whoever you are. And you're probably going to go and try to delete it, but it's okay. That's why screenshots exist. That's why screen recordings exist. You can go and try to delete it now if you want to. He already tried to delete the short with my grandma on there. That was too late with that. I already screenshot. Everything is already screenshotted and sent off. IP addresses will get traced back. They will find out exactly who this nigga is. And whether it's the nigga I'm thinking of or a random nigga in the world somewhere, oh man, you got some shit coming your way, dog. You got some real shit coming your way, friend. I'm telling you right now. I don't play around with the random stupid shit like that. This person went on their YouTube page and posted on their community post an actual screenshot from Google Images of the place where they put where the address is, the address that they posted up in a live chat. They actually posted up a screenshot of a still from Google Images of the place as well. That has been taken a screenshot of, so it can match up with addresses too. We need to make sure everything matches up and they know that you're doing this on the web. You can, like I said, you can go delete it. Go delete it. Go right now if you want to. You can delete everything. Try to cover your steps as much as you want. It's already over. It's already over for you, dog. Now, if I find out that it is who I thought it was, please believe me. Let them have it. Let them throw the whole book at this nigga. We don't need any more alleged pedophiles in society anymore. We can go and let him be in Bussy World behind bars where he's supposed to be. The other nigga, we can run a fade whenever you want. The other guy though, the fat bitch that lives in a certain place, not of his actual homeland where he grew up at, where he was born at. He don't live there no more. He got ran out of there. He lives somewhere else. I hope you have your affairs in order, friend. I really hope you do. I hope you have and I hope that you don't try to drag down the nigga that you want to be in a relationship with who hosts the 5150 show. I hope that you don't drag him down with you. So if you got any text messages between that nigga regarding me, you might want to delete those as well. I'm trying to throw you a little bail a little bit because you already fucked. You already fucked. It's already done. If it's you, if this comes back to be you, which I'm gonna be finding out very soon. If it comes back to you, it's a wrap. Now imagine this. Imagine this. A nigga on the internet, on YouTube, talking about different situations, reporting on shit, reacting to shit, has gotten a almost elderly age, overweight, simp ass, fake blood ass nigga so out of his body, which I don't even know how that's possible. All the meat you have on your bones, pause. How do you even get out of your body with just being it? I thought hood niggas and gangsters and niggas and gangs, I thought they really stood down on shit. I mean, I know some niggas that do. I know y'all know some niggas that do, but it be a lot of the ones that be sitting here on the internet talking about it all day and trying to make people think they are a certain way that really end up fucking themselves over in the end because you trying too hard to prove something to random niggas on the internet who can give a fuck about you. You want to prove you a blood. You want to prove you tough. You want to prove you connected. Well, I hope that shit works in the big house, nigga. You was better off doing the same shit the other nigga did and say, hey, I want to run the fade with this nigga instead of doing the weird shit like putting niggas' addresses and putting screenshots and putting videos up on YouTube trying to act like you somebody else. Now I'm playing the game with you. We are all playing this game together. All of us playing this legal game together. I don't want y'all to get it confused. We all playing this legal game together. They talking about they got legal shit over here. This other nigga talking about he got legal shit this way. All right, let's play the legal game. Let's see how this turns out for you. Where's the troll at? I thought he would be here by now. He's very quiet. He came to the previous show, the show before that. He came to the 3G show in the chat. What happened to him? Where you at? Come on, keep trolling. At this point, you might as well keep going. You already fucked. You already dead in the water. You might as well keep going, dog. You don't need to stop now. Let the people see who you are, man. And then when we revisit this, when we find out who it is, then it'll be even more fun to see if that person shows up again. I just want to know that. Now, I also want to say to the individuals, I see y'all making the reaction videos. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. I don't consider myself not a reaction channel, so I'm not gonna act like I'm bigger than anybody else. But I've seen people reacting to my reactions, shit like that, the shit that's been going on, and in the shit that the beef, so to speak, between me and Corey. I seen those videos. Shout out to y'all and breaking those down. It really comes down to common sense when it comes to why I did what I did. And you see people catching on to that, different YouTubers watching the situation and watching the videos in full, as people should do, to get full context and to see where somebody's coming from. These individuals did that and then gave an assessment and reacted to what they did. And I appreciate them for doing that. Whether they agree with me or not, they understood the point of me doing it. And as a matter of fact, the most recent one I just seen of the young lady that did a reaction to the shit between me, Corey, and the charity lady, she made the same point that I made in the comments of one of my videos when somebody was like, yo, showing DMs is this and that. I'm like, I mean, he should be glad I got the DMs before somebody else who actually hated the nigga did. Because if I didn't get them, somebody else was going to. And apparently, and I didn't even know this, but apparently this same lady was already on Tasha K at some point in the past. So apparently, allegedly, I don't know if this, I didn't do no research on this. I didn't go and look it up. I'm just feeding off of what the people been saying in the comments. They said this same lady, Charity Sky Grace, allegedly went to Tasha K already trying to say that she was graped by Raphael Sadiq. That's what the chat is saying. I don't know if it's true or not. But if it is, oh, he better be glad I got them screenshots first. Because screenshots can be manipulated. They can add shit to it. They can take shit away. Screenshots and all that shit can make somebody else look horrible if it gets into the wrong hands. Now, anybody could say, oh, you didn't have to give it no light, you didn't have to give it no attention. That's cool. I decided to, and I live with that decision because I know I didn't do anything malicious. I didn't do anything out of character. I didn't do anything to try to add on to the narrative. As a matter of fact, I think the video that I did helped this nigga. Because he can say for however long he wants to, for however many years he wants to, what type of nigga he is. But once people actually see proof of it, it raises your notoriety. I seen somebody else say that as well. I was like, they said all this did was raise his notoriety and help people understand that Corey is who he says he is when it comes to women. And on top of that, you can't just say somebody did a form of grape and then just leave it at that. While having a video that's titled Surviving Corey Holcomb, it didn't look good. So somebody like me who went into it knowing how this nigga feels about me, all this other shit, it didn't matter. I went out and I did what I was supposed to do. I don't care if the nigga's mad about screenshots. I don't care about none of that. This woman could have went to anybody to try to shit on you, to try to make you look like a weirdo or whatever. It didn't go down that way, thanks to GMS. Now, I don't expect no thank yous from a nigga that don't know how to use his brain or use his common sense. But as long as the people saw it, I'm fine with that. I don't expect dumb niggas to get it, including that nigga Corey, because, I don't know how he turned this into whatever he turned it into, but I don't expect a dumb nigga to understand where a nigga with common sense and logic is coming from. Also, if you want to be a troll in the internet sense. I don't think people understand that IP addresses exist. Your VPN. This is what was told to me. I'm not just saying this out of my ass. Detective so-and-so let me know. VPNs easily traceable in a federal crime. Let me reiterate that. Open up that fat in your ears, sir. You know who I'm talking to. Open up the fat that surrounds your earlobe and hear me clearly. You are not hidden. All right? You're not. Now, I had to let that be known because people want to take things too far on the internet and think that shit is sweet when it's not. And it never has been. So, Mr. Troll, Mr. Burner account man, enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can. Shit has gone left for you, and you don't even know it yet. You have no idea. Look at Chris Blue said, most VPN companies have a built-in backdoor for Uncle Sam. That's right, Uncle Sam is coming in that back door like the diddler. When you think you safe, that nigga gonna jam his meat right in your bussy, and you gonna be like, no, I thought I was safe. He might like that shit, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Little freaky ass, frog ass, weird ass nigga. Now, speaking of weirdos, he said, I saw the Addy during the 3Gs podcast Friday, but I had no idea what was going on. Exactly. The person came in there and just started doing all types of shit, trying to talk shit, then posted a whole address, all that shit. All that shit got screenshotted, you dumbass. Thinking that you doing something cool or you doing something funny or you trolling or you trying to look tough or whatever the case may be. All you tough niggas on the internet always end up looking crazy in the end. I'm telling you. All you tough niggas that do shit for the internet and have incriminated yourself over and over again for the internet, it's raps for you. It's raps. All right, you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I don't like when niggas know my moves before I do it, but it's okay. They should know this. I want their heart to start racing. I want them to start sweating bacon grease. Nigga, I have collected so much shit from you that was directed towards me over the past couple years. I have it. Screenshots and everything. Even the fake shit when you tried to lie and try to act like you really busted out niggas' windows when you never did. I have all that shit. I have you literally calling and tagging other niggas from other neighborhoods, presumably gang members probably, I don't know. But the way you put it, it seemed like this nigga was from a certain set. And you trying to call him on people? That happened a few years ago. All this shit is screenshotted, everything. Now, if I was a nigga that worked with the police, like Corey said, that shit would have been sent to the feds 2 years ago. I was wet. This is why being patient is key. Being patient is key. Don't overplay your hand. Because all the shit that I have on this nigga could send this nigga straight to the pen. Now, I don't want to see niggas go to jail. I don't wish jail on my worst enemy, but this nigga's not my worst enemy. This nigga is a parasite. A parasite, a awkward ass, cringy ass, weird ass, alleged pedophile ass weirdo. And as long as this nigga can run around and try to act the way that he acts, somebody has to bring this nigga down. Somebody has to bring this nigga down. So instead of me participating in things that are unlike me or that could possibly get me jammed up, let me be smart about it. And let this be the last and final warning, you fat bitch. Let it be the last and final. Matter of fact, this ain't even no warning. Whatever's happening is happening. It's in place. It's in motion. It's already done. As my hands are out of it now. I did what I had to do. So when niggas start contacting you or when motherfuckers start trying to serve you with some shit or want to see you in court or whatever the case may be, just make sure you show up, man. Head up high, nigga, like a real gangster, like a real blood, like a real Pyru, nigga. You stand in that courtroom with your head held high and say, yeah, I am a weird ass nigga, man. I am a bitch ass nigga, man. I am a nigga that's out here trying to intimidate niggas for no reason, man. I am a whole ass nigga for real. I do like bussy though. I like bussy. I like a little bit of bussy from time to time. I do get diddled from time to time, but yeah. Stand on that shit, nigga. Tin Holistic, he said, ain't one of them niggas had breast cancer or something, fuck around and catch a seizure. Yeah, I mean, yeah. One of them guys is a breast cancer survivor, man. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm not like him. I'm not gonna be like, oh, nigga, you had breast cancer. No, I'm not like that guy. He can do all the morbid and weird jokes and try to step over the line as much as he want. It's going to come back to him tenfold, and I cannot wait. I had a video of this man crying in the hospital before back surgery because he thought he was finna die from back surgery. He was in that bitch crying, trying to come up with, trying to tell his, hey man, you know what to do, man. Hey bro, you know what to do. If anything happens to me, man, you know what to do. Just make sure. Scary ass nigga. I thought you was the big bad blood. I thought you was the Mr. Intimidator. I thought you was the 50 and 50 and 5150 enforcer. Nigga was in the hospital bed crying tears, sobbing. Cause he had to get back surgery. I could have been, this is what I'm saying. Niggas try to call me a clout chaser, say I do shit for attention. All of this shit I could have been posted and talked about and clown niggas and trolled niggas, but I never did. I try to keep a level of integrity here, man. I try to not stoop to other niggas' levels because it will only bring the same energy. But these niggas just dumb. Yes, him, subliminal frequency. Yes, him. Him. Big bad man, the big bad wolf. Big Pyru, big 5150 enforcer in the hospital bed crying, waiting for back surgery. I have all this shit. I have it right now. I could have been did this shit. And niggas continue to test me in that way. They want me to do something. And this is what I came to the conclusion. They want me to do something to trick myself out of position and get me fucked over legally by doing some shit or showing some shit or posting some shit against them. That's not gonna happen. If anything that I have in my phone that is incriminating towards the next man, I save it for times like these. For times like these. When niggas feel like they can play all day or do the most or cross the line or bring family into it, that is when it's over. And like I said, this is me assuming that it's this man. I'm waiting on confirmation. But I doubt that a random person in the comments on YouTube is going to this extreme length to try to get my attention and try to go at me. The only person that has ever done that was that fat nigga. Now, I have overstepped that conversation. I was going to try to talk about it for like 10, 15 minutes, but I had to get some more shit off my chest. But see, weird ass tendencies just don't linger over here with people that want to come at the GMS show. It also lingers around the world between a lot of different people. And one of those people that had to deal with that recently was Cenat. Cenat had to deal with somebody who went on the internet and posted some shit they wasn't supposed to post and now trying to extort him for some money, and he wasn't having it. Now, I don't know if y'all niggas heard about this, but oh, you want to stick around to hear what is going on with this young black successful streamer by the name of Cenat. See, when you get in a certain position, when people understand that you have funds, disposable funds at that, and you have fame and notoriety, and you have connections to some of the biggest individuals in the industry, they will stop at no bounds to try to get something out of you. And what happened with this guy was that this Instagram model or OF chick or whatever it is, I just conflate the two because they end up being the same anyway. You go to Instagram, their link is in the bio, motherfucker. OF, subscribe to my shit. This girl decided that she was gonna do the clout chasey thing and take a video of this man while he was asleep. She then posted the video and deleted it, but hey, this is the internet. Nothing is deleted once you post it. People get the screenshots, people do all that shit. And this is what she decided to share to the public. Her laying in bed with a sleep Cenat. This is her sharing on her Instagram story. She also said, when Cenat don't pay you all your hush money. Here she is, hosting this man in his house, in his room, or whatever the case may be, right? So now you have a situation where she's on the internet trying to expose this man. Let's see if the other video's up here. Yeah, let's play this one right here.
My money, I would have shut up. If I just would have got my money, I would have shut up. If I just would have got
I'm finna pull up on you.
Say on God.
Can we pull up on you? Oh, it's too much black.
Say on
Look
God.
at these sack chasing assholes.
I just would have got my money, I would have shut up. If I just would have got my money, I would have shut up. If I just would have got
If I would have just got my money, I would have shut up. What? Oh no. This isn't right. This isn't right. We don't condone this. So now, here she is speaking on the situation even more.
You know what else is some crazy ass shit? Like, niggas always be recording bitches and always be exposing bitches and all this shit like that. But when a motherfucker get put on the spot back, then it's a motherfucking problem. Now,
here's why this individual here is slightly retarded, because people that use that logic, oh, niggas do this and niggas do that, so once it goes back, well, if you're talking about random niggas who have done this, but not the person you did it to, that logic doesn't work. If Cenat isn't the guy that is posting up bitches when they sleep next to him and putting them on blast on the internet, that logic doesn't apply to this nigga. See, but shitty individuals, pieces of shit, horrible humans will never come to the conclusion that they're horrible. It has to be somebody else's fault. And I've seen this time and time again over the past few years. The extreme feminism of some, and I'm not saying she's a feminist, but this is just an example of things that I've seen. Several individuals, several women who run with the extreme feminism label. And I'm just full disclaimer, I'm not shitting on feminists. I'm a feminist. I love women. I support women. What was the definition of being a feminist? If you read the matter of fact, we gonna look it up just so y'all know I ain't bullshit. What is the definition of a feminist? Let's see. Feminist. Let's find out. A feminist, an advocate of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes, a person who supports feminism. Oh, easy. I support that all day. I support women all day. I support you guys' rights, and I support the equality in the sexes. I support that. So before you bitches come to my live and get mad at me, please believe me, by definition, I'm a feminist. But these fake feminists or these extreme feminist motherfuckers, they'll come out here and say, well, because they got did wrong by X, Y, and Z men in their personal lives, now they have to go treat other men who they've never met before or ever interacted with or don't know shit about. They get to treat them bad because of how the other niggas who they knew treated them bad. Think about that logic. But then turn around and try to tell men that they need to hold other men accountable. Now, let's hear a little bit more of what she got to say, because we're going to debunk this shit.
You mad, huh? Because I'm trying to get my coins, bitch? Huh? Fuck you mad at me for? This how the fucking game go. Charge it to the game, bitch. Stop crying. All y'all motherfucking weak ass niggas just mad.
Oh
Lame assholes. Fuck you talking about? Don't be mad because I want my bag from the shit. You damn right. I got some of my bag, but I ain't get all of it, bitch. And guess what? This story gonna get me the rest. I bet you that.
Oh my
I just
God.
would've got
Oh my God. I mean, to the core, it just pisses me off to hear that. It just does. Like I can't even get past it. Hearing how motherfuckers will do and go to whatever length they can to try to get money out of somebody, even if it makes them look bad, even if it incriminates them, they are going to still try because in their mind, they think that they're doing something logical or doing something right. Now, this girl claimed, and she posted up screenshots that showed that Kai paid her $5,000 and she came over and got the cheeks clapped. Now, when that happened, everybody was like, damn, Kai paying these hoes to fuck, man. He famous. He got money. Why would he even pay these hoes anything, man? Just fuck these hoes for free, man. That's what you do, man. That's what you're supposed to do. And Kai said, no, my friend. No, my friend. That didn't happen. See, this is the screenshot that this woman posted here saying he sent her $5,000 and it said, what the fuck? I bet that pussy so good. and sent her $5,000. Now, Cenat wanted to debunk this himself. So what I'm going to do is let you hear from his voice how this actually played out.
For club. They doing it.
We talking to Kiara. I'm gonna get real disrespectful. So if I get banned, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Something come out and I want to say some shit, word of my mouth, I don't give a fuck. Cause ain't no fucking way a bitch thinks she can get away with a lie. Now you might wonder why, yo, Kai, hold on, Kai. Lie? Wait, you mean to tell me that the $5,000 was cap? You mean to tell me that the $5,000 was cap? Duh. First things first, Kai, may you back up your claim? Oh, sure, I will. Oh, no fucking problem. As you guys may have seen, hold on. Let me take this alert off my screen real quick so you guys can see everything. You guys may have seen this text. Oh, Kai sent $5,000 on October 4th at 12:29 p.m. on a Wednesday. Okay, you guys seen that, right? Okay. Oh, wait, there's another one. Wait, Kai, hold on. You also sent $5,000 on November 10th at 12:34 a.m. Okay, following me. Y'all following me? Watch this, chat. Okay, cool, right? You want to go ahead and lie and say, I sent you this money. Now, I could have easily went in my text messages and just easily just showed it. It just wasn't there. But I know that Twitter has the most annoying niggas on the internet. Wait, Kai, you could just delete it, gang. Kai, that doesn't prove anything, Kai. You could just delete it. Hold on, you forgot. I'm 10 steps ahead. Let me cook. First things first. This is my phone. Here we go. Here we go. Screen record, as you guys can see. Thank you, Apple, for the wallet. Let's go to transactions of 2023. Let's go to, let me see, October for me, please. Okay, as you can see, these are my good friends. There's a Escalade in there. That motherfucker, my Deuce, get 2,000 whenever she wants. She get whatever she want. Okay, nothing there. She saved as Layla Red in my phone. On God, you're saved as Layla Red in my phone. Kiara Rush, I'm on you now. Kiara Rush, we call you KR now. All right, go to November. Stop. Flyer artist, hairstylist, facial lady, flyer artist. Layla fucking Red, $50 for your fucking dumbass Uber, bitch.
Now, as you can see, or maybe you can't see, I don't know how y'all eyes are or how your screens are over there, but in this column over here, he is showing all his transactions from Apple Pay or whatever he used to send money to people. When he went down to the dates that this woman put up in her phone, the only money that was sent to her wasn't $5,000. It wasn't another $5,000, but it was $40 for an Uber so that she can get to his house and get those cheeks clapped. Now, he debunked the fact that he never sent her this money, which is crazy to me because it lets me know the type of lengths that these no good hoes will do for some clout and some attention on the internet. It's very easy to get a screenshot of an Apple Cash or whatever the fuck and have a dollar amount on it and post it in text messages, or try to have some type of altered text messages, try to make it seem like something happened when it didn't. She claimed all this shit towards this guy, and he debunked that. Now, another thing that Cenat did during this time was he bought the domain to her name. Now, some people may be like, oh my God, what do you mean he bought the domain to her name? Can you do that? Yes, you can. So now, knowing what type of influence and what type of individual he is and the fact that anything he does goes viral, he knew that this situation, he probably learned from the last situation that involved his friend and the girl that tried to say that his friend sexually assaulted her. He probably learned from that situation to be ahead of things at all times. So what he did, as soon as he caught wind of this girl trying to put him on blast, he bought the domain to her name. And therefore, when anybody, once this goes viral and it starts getting all the attention in the world as it is now, when people look her name up, the first thing that they're going to see is the lies that she spread against this man. Not her OnlyFans page, not her Instagram, not her Twitter, not any of her non-existent accolades. Just her lying on this man. Genius. Not allowing this narrative to spread. So now we get to a point where, oh, okay, Kai, he's learning now. Young man is learning how to be on his toes and make sure that these false allegations and these tricks don't work on him. Now, he also explained that there is lawsuit in place. While we speaking on lawsuits on this show, there is a lawsuit in place, and it's because she broke an NDA. That's right. A lot of these famous niggas have non-disclosure agreements, and these people sign these non-disclosure agreements because they want to be in the presence of these niggas. Now, for some reason, people don't understand how powerful an NDA is. If you sign an NDA, it holds up legally as soon as you break it. As soon as you break it, there's legal ramifications that come from it. She broke an NDA, and now here we are. Let's see these. This was the text messages about the NDA. Kai said, she said, you forgot you've signed an NDA. That's what Kai said. He said, yo, she said, hey, baby. He said, why is you doing that? She said, you ain't that special. First of all, why would you say, hey, baby, like you just didn't try to put this thing? That shows you how incredibly dumb this individual is. Nigga said, yo, she said, hey, baby. He said, why is you doing that? She said, you ain't that special, which I have. He said, what the fuck? You forgot you signed an NDA? She said, I ain't even post the shit you sent me, but since you on extra shit, I'ma just post the real shit. I ain't never signed nothing, shorty. You forgot? He's like, I have you on list. You must have forgot. You gotta do better. Just own up to shit. How is a nigga, see, and that's another thing I hate with certain people's logic, dumb people's logic. Dumb people's logic irritates my soul to the core. You initiate some shit. You initiated this. You tried to extort this man and put him on blast, and because he reacted the way he reacted to what you did, now all of a sudden he's doing extra shit? Now, this is hilarious because I'm glad that this woman is being put through the ringer. I hope Kai drains her for every cent. I hope that she doesn't get any opportunities. I hope these bitch ass platforms don't try to go and get her to try to tell her side of the story, because we already know the side of the story. See, this is the thing. When you know somebody is wrong, and I'm going to reference a show I did a few episodes ago, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know somebody is wrong, it is not a situation where, all right, I have to hear the side of the story of the person who was wrong in this situation. No, these people have to come to terms and take accountability for their actions. She has to take accountability for her actions. And you know who loves to escape accountability? Twitter feminists. Now, after all this shit blew up in her face and she found out all this stuff was going on, she decided to take, she took the hoe hammer and smashed the glass to try to get the emergency last minute, let me try to do this to try to save face, and it still didn't work. Listen to what she said after this.
Well, I mean, since I'm going to court, I might as well leak the nudes, the addy, the videos. Bitch, you gotta hit that link in my bio. Video coming soon. Man, you know when some shit be cat. When all a nigga can say is, let's not talk about it. It's a finesse shit. Man, ain't no finesse shit. You played your motherfucking self. You was supposed to pay me my other half to keep quiet. You didn't. I hit you up. You didn't want to respond. You thought I was going to take the little chump change that you paid me not to say nothing. No, bitch. I need all my motherfucking funds. Fuck is you talking about? Or I'm just going to put this shit all over the world and I'm going to get my funds from everybody else.
Now, you know what's crazy about this weirdo bitch? Hush money is supposed to be in the form of, oh, he's keeping you quiet because he did something to you, or there could be legal ramifications for something that he did to you that he wants you to be quiet about so he doesn't face any backlash or legal ramifications for whatever he did. The fact that you're talking about hush money so that you won't release videos and pictures of y'all fucking, that's insane. And you still didn't realize how fucking dumb you look. And then got women out here trying to support this type of shit. Where the money at, Kai? Why you ain't pay her other half so that she won't put out private videos and messages and expose your address to the world? What? That's a crime, lady. That's like, you literally are committing a crime. Shit that they don't take lightly at all. You do time for this shit. This ain't no white collar shit. This ain't no, oh, you gonna go to court and get some probation or gotta pay some fines. Bitch, you can get locked up for this shit. Revenge porn, all of that. And it's crazy because if this was happening to a young woman, a young successful woman at that, ain't no way these niggas on Twitter will be reacting the way that they are because somehow, some way it became Kai's fault. That's right. These delusional ass, fake feminist ass, fake outraged ass bitches are sitting on the internet trying to claim that this nigga's at fault. And on top of that, they so damn dumb that they not even listening to what's being said. They just making post. So you heard what this nigga said, right? You seen that he disproved the fact that this woman got sent this money. He showed his receipts. But somehow these weirdo hoes on the internet decided that they were going to try to push this narrative against this young black man because there's this undying allegiance to hoes out here. There's no accountability. And this is what helps them escape it. This woman said prostitution is illegal, and an NDA does not cover crimes, dummy. Talking about Kai Cenat and the girl breaking her NDA. Well, guess what? There was no prostitution involved. This man didn't pay her for sex. He paid for her Uber. Now, if niggas paying for Uber so bitches can come through and spread some ass is prostitution, well, guess what? A lot of niggas will have crimes under their belt. There'll be a lot of more niggas locked up right now. It'll be a lot more niggas behind bars for prostitution if getting a bitch of Uber so you could clap cheeks was prostitution. But as you can see, this dumb bitch right here didn't see or read or get any info from the situation, just read a post on Twitter and decided, hey, let me go ahead and be an advocate for this dirty bitch that's trying to extort this nigga and do revenge porn. And then it's posts like these that go viral, that help spread a narrative. 6.6 million views on this post right here of this girl saying that prostitution is illegal and that an NDA does not cover crimes. 61,000 likes, 4,000 retweets. Then here's the thing. I say this a lot. People got to stop making posts go viral without actually seeing the replies, because these people's posts can be all hit posts and all that shit until you actually see them start to try to explain themselves and try to go down the replies to try to answer people that are questioning the things that they're saying. So this guy right here, he said, guys, sigh. He said, do we all understand how hard prostitution is to prosecute? Like, it would need to be very clear what the money is for. I'm talking extremely direct. If he's planning to sue her, then that means he's making her liable civilly, which is a lot easier to prove. This woman said, I'm confused on how you can sue civilly for something illegal, though. Well, let's keep going down this rabbit hole. His point is, how she going to prove prostitution? There would have to be communication and agreement that money is for sex. Kai can say money was a gift. She would need to prove that they discussed sex, agreed on price, and he paid. I bet the communication between them was vague and not explicit. This girl says from the text he himself posted, it looked like they were clearly discussing an exchange. It looked. Well, what did you read, dumb bitch? Not what it looked like. What did you read with your eyes, stupid? Then somebody said an exchange of gifts, an exchange of favors. That word exchange becomes flexible. And then somebody said y'all would push him more in jail thinking y'all saving his case. Somebody said read the penal law and how it applies before you assume. They're actually right. Her civil liability comes from breaking an agreement they had for privacy reasons, not in the actual act itself. Stupid niggas. They not understanding. Then look at this. Look at this. They love to come to each other's defense. Look at this. What's wild about this? She's a cute girl, but you're essentially paying for discretion and professionalism experience. He could have gotten someone a lot less basic, ATL, BBL, looking for that amount of money, and she'd probably play her position. Being thirsty will always cost you. She said, fact. I don't know the market, but I feel like that's low for a celebrity. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. These think pieces on the internet is going to get a lot of y'all jammed up in some bullshit like this lady. Let me tell y'all something about this Odessa chick. This lady Odessa joined in on the viral tweets trying to go at Kai Cenat and try to paint him as a person that was in the wrong. Not the girl that literally is on the internet saying with her own mouth that she's extorting a nigga and that she's willing to post up revenge porn on this nigga, all because he's not paying her to be quiet and not post the shit. Not that he did anything to her, but because she's just like, oh, I got it now. I got the videos. I did what I was supposed to do. Now I can extort this nigga because I need a bag. Not her. She's not at fault. But this nigga who replied and got ahead of it and got in front of it and made sure that nothing could happen to him to fuck him over and his reputation and everything that he has built. Oh, it's his fault, right? Read what this lady said. She said, y'all are about as dumb as him. He's admitting to buying her domains to defame, harass, and cause her damages. He literally just opened himself up to a real lawsuit and admitted it on live video. He should have spoken to a good lawyer before doing that. Oh, the dumbness of somebody trying to call somebody else dumb because you are fake outraged and too emotional and a fake feminist bitch. Kai Cenat bought the domains to her name because she lied on him. And as a matter of fact, it says it in the very tweet that you retweeted, which lets me know you only read the first couple words of the entire post. The post says, nah, Kai Cenat bought the domains of the girl's name that tried to expose him. So now anytime someone Googles her, the stuff she did and lied about pops up. This is another lady that had her tweet go viral. As you can see down here, her tweet 3.2 million views, 33,000 likes, and 3,000 retweets and reposts and 2,000 something bookmarks. All these people looking like, oh, and that's the thing about society too, is so many dumb motherfuckers out here on the internet. When they read something for the first time, they run with it because they can't form an opinion for themselves. They're too fucking dumb and they don't know how to use critical thinking or even just try to go and research what the hell is going on and who's saying what and who's proving what for them to even agree or disagree with something. They just automatically run with it. So here we are. This guy said, how is it defamation if we assume what he's saying is true? Genuinely curious for my own understanding. This is when you find out how dumb people are who have these viral tweets, who think they having these big think pieces, so smart, so educated, so right about what they're saying. This is how you see how dumb they are. Because she was so sure about it in the original tweet, but here we go with the reply. She said, because anything he puts on that website that isn't true or can't be proven true would legally be considered defamation. If people believe something and it damages that person's reputation and causes people to harass them, etc., it's considered defamation. Well, here's the thing about your statement. The original tweets you had, you were a matter of fact about it. As a matter of fact, you call people dumb because they didn't understand that he could be in legal litigation for him buying the domain name of a woman who tried to extort him. Now you're saying anything he puts on that website that isn't true. So therefore, you haven't seen the website. You haven't seen you haven't Googled her name to see what comes up. You just tweeting, dumbass. Now somebody bringing a genuine question to you. You don't even know how to answer that truthfully because you don't know what's going on. Then it continues. Somebody said you reaching. This woman is mad because of this situation. Then you go down further. You see this lady here. I'm talking about, oh my God. How many times do y'all see women continue to tell men to hold other men accountable because of how crazy men are, dangerous they are, over sexual men are, whatever the case may be. Hold other men accountable, right? Well, let's obviously return that to women. Please, if you want us to hold each other accountable, y'all must do the same. Here's a woman by the name of Stacy Diva who said, I don't care what she did. I don't care what she did. After I read that first 4 words, I just totally disregarded what else the fuck she had to say. I don't care what she did. What? This woman threatened to expose this man for no reason. And it's even crazier because she's talking about money that she was sent already. Oh, I got the first half. I just want the other half. The nigga already proved he didn't send you shit. So what are you even talking about? That shows you a mental illness in the bitch. We saw the real time screen recordings and screenshots of this man proving that he didn't pay you the two $5,000 payments that you tried to post up on the internet. And here you are still talking about how you got paid. That's a mental illness. That's also somebody that's trying to stick to their story without looking like a crazy bitch and didn't expect this man to go as hard as he did. Let's read this. She said, I don't care what she did. He corny. 2 things can be true at once. Now y'all keep talking to yourself, typing extra tough on your little keyboards doesn't bother me. First of all, I think that's a burner account. It might be her burner account. It might just be her burner account. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people got burner accounts these days because they refuse to try to look stupid on the internet. Like they really do refuse to look stupid. Now, it's easy for people to see what happened because it's up there. The proof is there. It's easy for people to see what's going on. I need to show y'all This is the funniest part about it. I need to show y'all I need to show y'all the proof. Because this is the perfect example of people spreading a narrative and not correcting it. This woman posted that about Kai. This tweet right here where she was calling everybody else dumb and talking about he admitted to buying her domains to defame and harass her. She was going on and on like they trying to say that he's harassing this girl for buying her domain name. Not the girl who is literally harassing him for money so that she can extort him or else she's going to post revenge porn in his address. No. It's Kai Cenat who's reacting to what's happening to him. Now, because this dumb bitch Odessa didn't know what was going on and decided to tweet out of fake outrage, she most likely ended up seeing what was actually going on and saw what that girl was doing and was like, oh shit, I look stupid. Let me delete the post. You can see that right there, right? You can see that right there, right? At the bottom it says this post has been deleted. She was so sure that this nigga was getting caught up in some bullshit. She was so sure that he was going to get a lawsuit and that he was harassing this girl and everybody else was dumb for believing him. Why you delete it? Why'd you delete the post? Do you think this same girl apologized? Where is it? Ain't no, hey, my bad. I made this tweet about Kai Cenat. I didn't know the whole situation. I spoke out too soon. None of that. These people will go on the internet, spread narratives, delete posts, and walk away from it as if they didn't do shit. No accountability. None whatsoever. Now, in this Kai situation, I really hope that she gets drowned in legal shit. I hope that she can't, I hope that all her OF earnings, you garnish that shit every single subscription. She gonna have to delete her OnlyFans because ain't gonna be no way you gonna make no money. You gonna have to keep trying to go out here extorting niggas. And on top of that, you heard what she said earlier, right? This is the mentality of some of these weird ass bitches out here. Oh, if I don't get the money from doing this, I go get it just from posting this and going viral and people pay me that way. Just like I said earlier, I hope none of you platforms try to pay her to come and have an interview. Y'all saw what happened already. There's no need to have her side. There's no need to hear what happened. This is an extortionist bitch. She's the motherfucker that really was trying to do him bad. She was doing this. Ain't no need. That's like interviewing Harvey Weinstein, but not the woman that he sexually assaulted, to hear her side of what happened. Y'all already got the proof. Y'all already got the messages in the surveillance video of this nigga being a creep. Why are y'all interviewing him just to hear him talk about how creepy he is? It's the same logic. There's no need. Leave her in the dust. Leave her in the crumbs that she's in right now. God, I can't stand shit like that, man. This shit pisses me off to my core. I had to talk about that shit today, man. That shit was wild. So many weird takes, so many escaping of accountability on so many different sides, man. It just didn't make no sense. But shout out to Kai Cenat, man. He did what he was supposed to do, and a lot of niggas got to do the same shit. Also, Kai, quit being so fucking dumb, man. Quit bringing these random hoes to the crib, falling asleep next to them. After you hit, send their ass back home. Doesn't matter how they feel. There's no love involved. There's no, oh, I care about you, and oh, I like you, or that ass is so fat, let me just get comfortable around you. No, fuck that bitch. Send her home. She has no business being around you. And if any nigga out there decides to fuck with this girl who did this to Kai after this situation, you deserve whatever happens to you, my guy. Because a lot of niggas will do that too. they'll see this girl and be like, oh, well, she bad. You know what I'm saying? I know how to maneuver this situation, and end up being in the same shit Kai was in. But in the difference, you don't have the funds or the connections or the resources to do what he's doing back to her. Therefore, you're just going to have to eat the shit. Be careful around these individuals, man. And when these people show you who they are, who said that? Who's the famous black queen elder who said that? Was it, man, what's her name, man? She said, when people show you who they are, believe them. Was that Maya Angelou? Who was that? who said that shit? It rings so true to this day. When people show you who they are, believe them and leave them. Now, speaking of people showing you who they are, this man right here, Jerrod Carmichael, has shown everybody way too much of himself lately. Now, this man has a docu-series out about his life and his trials and tribulations as a gay black man trying to maneuver in Hollywood and in a situation where their family doesn't agree with his lifestyle choice. Now, I seen the clip of Corey talking about it. I'm gonna tell you like this. After I seen this nigga put a foot in his mouth, another nigga at that, I said, all right, this is not for research purposes, man. I can't watch this like all these other niggas is doing. I know Charlemagne on episode 3, that nigga's enjoying all that gay shit. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't indulge. It may be a great documentary. It may be showing aspects of his life and whatever the case. First of all, I'm not a fan of Jerrod Carmichael where I want to know about his life, nor do I have the capacity to sit through documentary series showing unimaginable zesty shit. Now, you all heard about him confessing his love for Tyler, the Creator. That went viral because of how Tyler handled the situation. Tyler was not feeling it at all. He was like, nigga, I can't believe you do. Basically, he was just like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Quit doing this bullshit. Go find you a nice white man and leave me alone with that I'm in love with you shit. We friends, nigga. As a matter of fact, they best friends. So imagine telling your best friend you in love with him. It's all as awkward, it's weird. He was better off leaving that shit to himself. But when you out here doing shit for TV and Hollywood, you put these things out there so that it can catch traction and so people can see it. Now, on one of his episodes, this clip also went viral on Twitter. They showed this man joking about him and his white boyfriend in the bedroom and how they like to do race play. Now, that was the clip that was going around. Now, like I said, I have not watched more of this nigga's docuseries, so I didn't know about the joke in context. When that went viral, everybody was shitting on this man. Oh, we knew it. Oh, yeah, you be doing that race play. Oh, master this, master that with your white boyfriend and be on all fours having this nigga whip you and all types of shit, calling you nigger, all types of shit. People wasn't fucking with that. Now, Jerrod went on the Breakfast Club this morning to clear the air about that joke and also to expound on things he said about Dave Chappelle. First thing we're going to do is listen to him try to explain the joke and him try to chastise Charlemagne a little bit because Charlemagne gave him Donkey of the Day. Charlemagne gave him Donkey of the Day because of the clip that went viral of him talking about doing race play in the bedroom. Jerrod didn't like that, and this is what he had to say to Charlemagne.
And it's very, very important if people got a short attention span. I want to make sure that they hear this part first because you reported on you played a clip of my stand-up, but it started at the punchline and it like completely erased the setup of it, and I really don't like that. It made it seem like I was talking like I'm into some type of race, sexual, slavery role play with my boyfriend, which is untrue. It's so false. And I expect that type of thing from TMZ because they have no humanity. They don't care about the people that get hurt when they report these sort of things. But you're a friend, so I really didn't like that. I know you repeated it in the Neil interview. I didn't like that. That was very, very unfair. It was a joke.
Only I saw that clip though.
But yeah, but I need you to watch the show. Anybody who watches the show, it's not what I said.
Yeah,
it's so false. It's so untrue, and I don't like that because it's like no. Well, we'll get into that later.
It's a joke about reading.
It has.
I'm also playing this because, as y'all know, I'm fair. If something is out of context, I want the person who is involved with what's being said directly from them. We want to hear how they explain it. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to take their word for it. We're just hearing it in full context so that any opinion that we give on the subject will be an opinion that was made after hearing it in full context. Let's keep going.
It has nothing to do with my boyfriend. It has nothing like the sex that we have. It has nothing to do with sex. It's something that like people have been reporting on, and I really, really don't like it. It's about my boyfriend reading so much. He makes me feel insecure about my level of reading. And look, I get it. It's something that people have been running with because I have a white boyfriend, so like people like try and create some type of crazy story out of that. Like, and it's a small group of people, really. Like I read all the tweets, and it's like some gay black men and some Ku Klux Klan members who don't like that I have a white boyfriend.
And
they
Dr.
agree
Umar.
on that, so congratulations. Like the Klan and Dr. Umar, and you know, some people find some common ground on that. But he's a human being. He deserves respect. I deserve respect. I don't appreciate things being misreported or like said about him in that way. It's completely false, so I don't like that. I just want to make that clear. That's not something I know you were just reading the news, but like you're a friend, and I want you to like actually have nuance with these stories. Like, look, I'm a human being, and like people can get hurt. There are actually real lives at stake with the things that you say. And look, come after me, that's fine, but don't come after like my boyfriend who
I don't think we came at your boyfriend though. We knew it was about
well,
you.
I'm saying when that's in the headline and that's reported, like, and then misreported, like, oh, he's into race slave play with his white boyfriend. I don't like that headline because it's false. It's not true at all. Now, on to Dave Chappelle.
No,
Wait. Before we get to Dave Chappelle, I would like to say, with that full context, what he was saying, if anybody missed it or didn't get what he was saying, he said the joke in full context, first of all, is a joke that starts out about how his boyfriend is very knowledgeable. He reads so much, and the fact that he reads so much, it makes Jerrod feel like he's not smart or whatever the case may be. So with that being the lead in the joke, he goes on to talk about, in reference, slavery days when black people weren't able to read and all this other shit, and he goes into that. And that's where the punchline is. Now, regardless if you feel like the joke is distasteful because he's trying to talk about race play, or whether you watched it in its full context and you were like, well, I get where he's coming from with the whole book analogy, one thing we all can agree on is that the joke most likely isn't fucking funny. So whether it's something that he does in the bedroom or not, the joke wasn't funny. And when it's even worse when you're a comedian, when a joke doesn't land or isn't funny, and on top of that is controversial or shock value type joke, now all of a sudden people are going to label you a certain way. People are going to look at you a certain way. And unfortunately, some of that damage has been done. Now, they're going to keep going a little bit because Charlemagne actually has some pushback with the joke. And as of late, Charlemagne has not been my favorite person. And I feel like it's because he's in the pocket of some people that is pulling the strings with him and not allowing him to say certain things that he feels or will really want to say that he would have said probably 8 years ago or some shit like that. Charlemagne is a totally different guy. But his pushback when it came to what Jerrod was saying, I had to give him the respect.
Take to the joke though. In context, the joke's still not a good joke.
Well, that's on you. Listen, I've been a professional comedian for a while. I got some.
Because you're still saying you're a slave.
No,
he's a slave master.
Joke,
the slave master is teaching the slave to read.
You know, listen, I'm talking about my own personal insecurity. I'm an educated person. I'm usually the smartest person in the room. He reads so much, it makes me feel like, oh, do I even know how to read? That joke works if I had a black boyfriend. My boyfriend were black. That joke actually works better if I had a black boyfriend.
And you the slave, and the white person is the slave.
Listen, if you are,
and you're from North Carolina, where know the first anti-literacy laws were created in North and South Carolina.
Sure. But that's not my role as a comedian to start getting into like literacy laws and stuff like that. You've completely lost that. I evoke provocative imagery sometimes in my jokes. Some people are very sensitive to that. That's your right. You don't have to laugh at that. You could like hear the word slavery and completely shut off. That's completely fine. But don't misconstrue what I said and don't like make it into something that it's not, because that's where I start to get offended.
Now, I don't think we made it into
what was misconstrued? That the statement, like, oh, you said it like multiple times on the show, like, oh, he's into slave role play with his white boyfriend. That's untrue.
I don't know if I said it like that. I think
you said it. Charlemagne, roll the clip. That is not the joke. The joke's about me reading. The joke's about my insecurity about like not being as well read. When I be in bed next to him and he's on his
I get what you're saying. The joke is about, okay, I get it.
When I'm in bed next to him and he's like on his third novel of the month, I'll be watching Breakfast Club interviews and I feel like, oh, I should read more. That's what the joke is. The joke, it has nothing to do with sex, has nothing to do with the type of sex that we have, and that's just absolutely false.
But still not a good joke when you black and
hey, listen, that's on you.
He said, still not a good joke, though.
That's on you. You do stand up and you figure it out. For me, the crowds laugh, whatever. I'll say this about...
If the crowd is majority white, are they laughing with you or at you?
You know, it's funny. I'm actually shocked. There's actually a pretty decent amount of black people coming out to see me. I really appreciate y'all for coming out. I want y'all to keep coming out, too. I like the seeing it really... Especially black women are like in the crowd. They've been like talking to me. They seem invested in my life, and it makes me feel really, really special. So I really like that and I appreciate that.
Now, I just have to say, like I said, props to Charlemagne for standing on what he was saying, because even as a comedian, you got to understand that you're there to perform for the audience. And that's the whole thing about crowd work and, you know, working on jokes and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. If you're working on jokes and you tell a joke and it completely goes left, maybe that's not the joke you should be doing. I thought that's how it works when you work out jokes. Or maybe if your intention was to show that that is an insecurity of yours, not being as well read as your partner, maybe you should work on the restructure of that joke and not make it so hell-bent on trying to be edgy in the slavery way and all this other shit. Because as you can see, people don't really play around like that. And it's not like people can't hear a slavery joke and laugh. It's just how you do it. And there's certain comedians that have it and some that don't. And that's basically what it is. There's some comedians that have it and some that don't. There's comedians out here that can be super provocative, super edgy, super just vulgar. But the way they tell the joke, the way they manipulate their voice when they tell the joke, the way that they structure it, is all about the art of being a comedian and how to win the crowd. Jerrod, that joke isn't going to win the crowd. You might as well scratch that off the joke list and go on another way to try to tell your insecurities about how you don't read as much as your white boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's another way you could do this. Now, like I said, he's going to talk about the Dave Chappelle shit. And I can't wait till y'all hear this, because Charlemagne also stood 10 toes down while speaking on this. As you know, Jerrod Carmichael had some words for Dave Chappelle after the trans community was overly pushing themselves onto Dave's stand-up specials. Yes, that's what was happening. It wasn't that Dave was just coming for the LGBTQ community and the trans community. They were coming for Dave, and Dave was responding to them. How it got to Dave being the aggressor and Dave being the one that's provoking them, I don't know. But we can't go down the history timeline of realness and watch how that thing played out and say, oh, Dave came for the trans community. That's not what happened. And I've been advocating that since it's happening. You can go to my previous lives. You can check out everything. I've stood on my opinion on this situation since day one. They attacked that man. They tried to go after his career. They tried to do everything because they didn't want to be joked on. Everybody else was free game besides them. That's what the whole core of this was. They wanted to try to do the whole educate this and do that and try to do better on this. Didn't nobody try to stand up for black people? Didn't nobody try to stand up for disabled people? Didn't nobody try to stand up for Mexicans and white people and all this other shit? Because they heard the jokes and they either laughed or didn't watch his shit. Y'all give so much energy to shit you don't like. That's all you inevitably will end up looking at and giving your attention to. Now, Jerrod saw everything that was going on with Dave and the whole controversy with the trans community. Jerrod apparently met up with Dave or seen Dave somewhere at a comedy place, or I don't know where they were at, but him and Dave were in the same place at the same time. Jerrod thought it was a good idea to go up to Dave, who he was a fan of, and say, hey, do you know what happens when they like Google your name? I don't know, Jerrod, maybe algorithms, maybe the same thing that happens when you Google your name right now with everything that's going on surrounding your name. So inevitably at that time, a lot of the shit that would come up would be, oh, Dave in the trans community, because that was what was hot. See, Jerrod, because he's a part of the LGBTQ community and somebody who is newer to the community, it's always the new guys that want to be more extreme and be more vocal and try to prove themselves to their community without thinking logically. See, what Jerrod was doing was trying to make it seem like Dave's legacy was left to him going out bad due to trans jokes. When in reality, it was only limited to the algorithms of that certain time and day. Dave's legacy will be Dave's legacy as a masterful, one of the greatest all-time comedians to ever step on stage. That's what that nigga's legacy is going to be. They may try to bring up the trans shit. They may try to bring up all these other shits. But at the end of the day, the main focus of Dave Chappelle's legacy will be being a legendary comedian, one of the GOATs. Not what Jerrod Carmichael, the new gay nigga on the scene, feels about Dave Chappelle. Now, listen to how he backtracked on this.
Now, I want to move on to the Dave Chappelle portion of it because I've heard you comment on that too. I deeply regret ever saying anything about
you're 0-1 right now, Jerrod. You trying to come for Charlemagne in this time? Charlemagne is on point. He got you 1-0 right now. Don't make it 2-0.
Dave Chappelle to the press. I want to say that I'm sorry for that because, one, I'm a huge
you doing
Dave
the J. Cole.
Dave
You doing the J.
Chappelle
Cole.
fan. I love Dave.
Jerrod is doing the J. Cole. He's apologizing. Oh, no.
Like, I think he's brilliant. I think he's a bright light in a dying industry. I think he's more important now than ever before because, like, comedians are now just posting clips of them doing crowd work online and calling it art. And it's not art. Dave Chappelle is an artist. He's one of the few artists that we have, and I care deeply about the work that he makes. With that said, the criticism that I had nothing to do with the morality of the joke, had nothing to do with the ethics of the joke. That's something that's also been misreported. The criticism I had was that of a fan, someone who respects him so much that I want him to focus his genius on a wide range of topics. I think that like
He
it
does,
started, but it started being really, really focused on one thing.
I disagree.
Well, I'll say this. Look,
That's like us saying that about the slave joke.
I'll say this.
Now, Jerrod's thinking, his logic is, oh, he should be talking about a lot more topics, but it started to get more focused on the trans shit. Well, Jerrod, why do you think it got focused on the trans shit? Was it because Dave had it out for the trans community? Or was it because the trans community was putting narratives out about Dave and trying to cancel Dave and trying to destroy his career over trans jokes? Which one was it, Jerrod? I should put up a poll, actually. Nah, fuck the poll. Y'all get it. Y'all get it.
Also a big fan of Jay-Z. If Jay-Z made 3 albums about trans people, I'd be like, hey, what's going on with Jay?
But Jay-Z made 3 albums, more than 3 albums about selling drugs. You don't label, you just don't put him in that. You don't pigeonhole him with that.
No, Jay-Z. I mean, listen, I would love to get to a Jay-Z argument. Jay-Z was very personal, very emotional. He always evolved. 444 was incredible because It showed growth and evolution and something you've never seen before in rap. And that's a thing with comedy too. Comedy doesn't grow, comedy doesn't evolve. It's kind of stunted like rap, and like we just start getting like real braggadocious, like antagonistic with the crowd. And it can evolve. And we need smart people like Dave, like Chris Rock, like myself, to actually evolve the art form because it is dying. It's so important for people to go up and do deep personal stories or have a deep perspective about things going on in the world, because it's not happening. You see it online. Yeah, I know. But listen, all I'm saying is, and because I've talked about Dave a lot, I don't want to talk about Dave anymore. I honestly, I called him an egomaniac. I'm an egomaniac. I'm here to talk about me. I have a show that I want to talk about.
Shut the fuck up, Jerrod. With all due respect, shut the fuck up. Thing about that is, you talk about somebody that's talking about things that's going on in the world. You act like Dave didn't have this stint of not even specials. He was just posting on Instagram these 19-minute, 25-minute. I know 19. The first one, I think there was like it was like an actual time special that he put out. It was like something, I forgot, but it was like the amount of time that George Floyd was kneeled on his neck. Do you know how many of those Dave has put out there where it wasn't even like comedy? It was just Dave sitting there just talking to you and just making so much sense about everything that's going on in the world. Did you forget about that? See, I blame the trans community for throwing him off his focus. That was supposed to be something that Dave was supposed to continue to do, but instead, all the headlines was reading Dave is transphobic and Dave is this and that, and the trans community wanted Dave canceled, all this other shit, so his focus was thrown the fuck off. Do you not remember that? Do y'all with me? Or y'all do y'all not remember that? Dave was continuously putting these shits out on Instagram, on YouTube. Not to mention, those aren't the only times he breaks down in his actual specials. He has those moments in his specials every single time. Every time. To sit here and try to discredit that man like he hasn't been out here feeding the streets with pure knowledge and thought-provoking comedy and just specials, period, is asinine. And I say asinine, pun intended, for this nigga Jerrod Carmichael. But for real, like, let's not sit up here and act like that's not, like Dave is just out here and has it out for the LGBTQ community. Nigga, I knew these motherfuckers had something wrong with them, the people that was going after Dave. I'm not saying the actual community. I'm saying the people that was going after Dave. I knew something was wrong with them after that special where he talked about Daphne. They couldn't stomach that shit. They had no idea that something like that actually happened to Dave Chappelle, so much so that they tried to say it was a fucking lie. People corroborating the story, the actual person that he spoke on, their tweets and shit are still up. So the proof is still there that this person existed and that they had a relationship with Dave at the time as far as him helping them. They hated that story because if he was that type of person, he truly is an ally to those motherfuckers, like he was saying. But also the fact that they aren't exempt from criticism. You're not exempt from the jokes. And Dave stood on that as a seasoned comedian. And people have tried. This is what happens in this society in these days. This generation, they will push a narrative so much, no matter how wrong and false it is, to the point that people actually start believing it at some point. People actually out, like Jerrod is saying right now, he's somebody who's feeding that false narrative that all Dave talks about is trans people. You see how he didn't bring up his most recent special that dropped this year, right? Right? He probably is apologizing because he saw that special and there was nothing bad he could say about it, especially when it came to the LGBTQ community. Probably why this nigga sitting there apologizing and saying he'll never talk about another comedian again, because that last Dave special was still top tier. I've been a Dave Chappelle fan for so long, but y'all know me. I could be a fan of somebody and disagree with them, talk about the things that I feel they may have done wrong or whatever the case may be. I can disagree with motherfuckers. I'm not a super fan. I'm not no fanboy. I'm not no D-rider. But I've watched Dave Chappelle for a long time, for years. There's not been one time where I've been like, oh, this nigga fucking up. This nigga tripping. Maybe because I have been a fan for so long and because I've been watching what he does to understand how he moves, that anything that he's ever done, I've understood it instead of being outraged about it because society is telling me to be outraged about it. I'm not a fucking robot. And as long as I have a platform to speak on, I'm going to forever advocate for somebody like a Dave Chappelle, because it seems like society is trying to take away greatness right before our eyes. And they trying to discredit people and they trying to tarnish people's legacies. Black people especially. They want to push somebody like a Jerrod Carmichael out to the public so they can get this image of black comedians and black entertainers, while bringing somebody like Dave Chappelle, one of our greats, down. I see the play. That's why I'm not giving in to none of the bullshit that they trying to say. And I never will. That's not happening with me. Now, I know we only got a little bit left. I was going to bring up this whole Drake shit and Rick Ross shit, but this shit is not done. And I'm one of those people that likes to see the final ending of not even just the final ending, but just I want to see what else comes out from it. Because at any moment, anybody could drop. At any moment, Kendrick could drop. At any moment, a Rick Ross could drop. At any moment, Drake could drop. Another Metro Boomin and Future could drop. Anybody that is involved with this 20v1 against Drake, anything could happen. And I'm just waiting to see if that's the thing. I'm waiting for Kendrick to drop his response to what Drake just dropped. When that happens, now I know there's one going around on the internet. It has not been confirmed. They saying it's AI. To me, it sounded AI-ish. So I'm not going to say that was the official one, because if they didn't stamp it, they didn't put it out. If I ain't see Kendrick or anybody from PG Lang, anybody from TDE, if I ain't see none of them niggas post it, I'm not going to take it as an official response. So when I see an official response from Kendrick, then I'm going to go live. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. We're going to go through what was the initial one Kendrick shot. We gonna talk about the J. Cole shit. We gonna talk about Drake. We gonna talk about everybody throwing shots. They insinuating a lot of shit that's been going on behind the scenes. I'm hearing, you know, all this chain talk from these niggas on this side against Drake, and it's seeming like Drake got his chain snatched at one point. I'm hearing all these bodyguard references from Drake and all this other shit where they going at Kendrick because allegedly Kendrick's wife got smashed by his bodyguard. It's just a bunch of shit going on, and I'm waiting to see how a lot of this unfolds first before I really deep dive into that conversation. Now, before we get out of here, I got a couple more things I need to go over. First things first, this culture vulture ass nigga right here. I wanted to go in on this nigga for like a couple minutes. I have to. This is one person who knows that his downfall is imminent, but he's pretending like it's not because he thinks it's going to save face or he thinks it's going to help him get back on top. Adam 22 has been the most narcissistic, gaslighting, culture vulture of this generation. Hands down. He took over Vlad's spot, in my opinion. In my opinion, he takes over Vlad's spot because what makes him worse is not only that he's being a culture vulture, but he's also trying to provoke niggas on the internet. And not only provoke niggas on the internet, he's causing turmoil within his own organization between black men. And watching it play out while understanding his power and his position over there, knowing that he could set some shit off and just sit back and watch it happen, collect the money and the views and all that other shit, and everything will be okay. Adam decided that he was going to post on his Instagram that the big three of hip-hop media is No Jumper, Vlad, and Academics, taking shots at Joe Budden. Listen to this supposed probable Klansman, Adam 22.
Joe Budden, you zesty perkhead motherfucker. Somebody sent me a clip of Joe Budden claiming that No Jumper is doing real bad in terms of our views and everything. So let's do the science. Joe Budden's channel has got 12 million views in the past month. No Jumper's main channel plus our Clips channel has done about 26, 27 million views for the past month. So we are 2 times by far what you have going on. And on top of that, we kill it on Facebook. We kill it on Snapchat. We have 3 million followers on Instagram, and we make a huge amount of money on there. Joe Budden, I don't want to hear shit. You're running a chop shop. You might have the whole hip-hop media gassed into thinking that you're really killing it like that, but trust me, when you want to talk about who's really doing business out here, it's not you. There's a big 3, and you're not in it. It's me, Vlad, and that fat motherfucker you were saying. Joe Budden, you.
Now, for him to call Joe Budden zesty after posting up on April 1st that he was about to do his first gay sex scene, this is what I mean by how weird and just his downfall is imminent. He is the weakest, lamest dude in the world. Another reason I wanted to bring him up wasn't because he said this shit. I seen him get into it with somebody on his show, somebody who has been there for a while. This dude named Almighty Suspect. I don't know if y'all heard about him. Maybe y'all know about him. He's a host on No Jumper. He's from LA as well. His dad is some popular battle rapper from back in the day. I forgot his name, but Almighty Suspect got into it with Adam 22 because they were having a hip-hop conversation, and somebody in the comments or somebody on Reddit, which they have allowed to run their show, somebody on Reddit said that Adam could not possibly have more knowledge or be capable of having an in-depth conversation about hip-hop with Almighty Suspect because he doesn't have the credentials to back that up. He doesn't have the history in it. So he allowed that comment to dictate a whole 20-minute back and forth with him and Suspect. Suspect was saying, yes, I am more knowledgeable than you because I was in it. You don't have more knowledge of hip hop than me as a fan and somebody on the outside looking in. I was a part of it. I actually was involved in it my entire life. You didn't get involved with this shit until 32, after the BMX shit wasn't looking too hot, when you realize, oh, white dudes in hip hop doing this type of content makes them a lot of money. I'm going to go over here. Before that happened, you weren't into hip hop like that. You weren't trying to be involved with it. You were just a consumer. You were a fan of hip hop songs. Very clear cut. Adam decided to throw in white. He was trying to say that the dude was trying to say is because he was white. And it was because of the projection of him feeling guilty being a white man and being a culture vulture in this space, knowing that he's doing what he's doing just for the money and not because he actually gives a fuck about hip hop or black people for that matter. It got heated, back and forth, niggas yelling back and forth. The whole time, Adam was just saying a bunch of shit that this nigga never said. He was just trying to say, oh, you implied this, which made the other nigga more mad because he was like, say what I said. Don't say, or don't just put words in my mouth. Say the words that I was saying to you. He never said it's because you're white. He never said it's this and that. Adam was gaslighting the fuck out this dude, and he was provoking the hell out this nigga. Even at one point, he was trying to tell dude, be quiet. This my shit, whatever the fuck, trying to use his power and try to use his position there, being the boss at No Jumper, like, you be quiet while I'm talking. And I'm so thankful that he didn't abide by that, because it would have made him look like a nigga on the field. He pushed back and he held his own. Now, Adam ended up really disrespecting this man and taking it personal by saying that he is more valid and more equipped to have a hip-hop conversation than Almighty Suspect, because Almighty wasn't successful in his own rap career. People don't know him from rapping. They know him from No Jumper, from Adam's platform. So when he started to get incredibly disrespectful and personal, that's when the pushback happened, because at that point, the nigga who be crashing out the most on that platform and be trying to be ready to fight niggas and all that shit, which is Almighty Suspect, would have had to take it there with his boss. And he knows that he needs that platform right now to survive. Which made the situation even more sadder to watch, because Adam inevitably just made money from that shit, from all the views and from and the pain and anguish and torment. He said, was it Adam Grand Mason? I call him Adam Grand Wizard, though. Now, once again, I have to reiterate the fact that I hope all these black people that try to go to his platform because they see the opportunity to make money and to be seen and to get other opportunities outside of No Jumper, please, man, think of your integrity and your morals first, man. That nigga will degrade you. He will set you up to be in some bullshit, and he will not give a damn if anything happens to you. I promise. Any of these niggas right now that are a part of No Jumper could die today. Adam will not give a damn. He will go get another one of you niggas off the street, bring you in, and start more shit, basically. Now, I want to send a shout out to Sean Mims, man, for the 15 in the Cash App. I appreciate you for supporting the GMS show, man. That's a big way to do so. As y'all know, we aren't monetized over here at all, man. We don't make no money off of YouTube, man. We do this shit for the people. We report this shit for the people, and we do this shit for fun for y'all. This is the GMS show. So if you want to support in a big way, you can do like Sean did and like my nigga Terrence did with the 5 in the Cash App. Appreciate you, Terrence. Y'all can donate to the Cash App description below in the section of the description section, whatever you call it. Also, one of my moderators will put the Cash App name in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all for supporting. Now, last but not least, Before we get out of here, hold on, let me read some of y'all comments, actually. Subliminal Frequency said, there are too many platforms to sit on to be giving Vlad and Adam all this clout and cash. Exactly. Soda Slim said, so racist. Yes, it is. What else y'all say, man? He has a daughter. Pray for her. Yes. He has said in the past that he wouldn't mind if his daughter stepped into the adult film industry like his wife Lena did. And then all of a sudden, he decided to have Lena get BBC'd one day. So it's like, dude, what are your fantasies about, man? Like, why are you even entertaining questions like that? Somebody asked him that question one day on a pod or during an interview, and this nigga said, oh yeah, sure, if she wants to do that with her life, I don't have a problem with it. I'll just, I support her. Nah, man. That shit's crazy. Your daughter ain't even cracked 5 years old yet. You already think about her getting her cheeks cracked. You know what I'm saying? She ain't cracked 5. You already worried about her getting her cheeks cracked. Get the fuck out of here, man. The nigga's a weirdo. Now, as you can see, I got the bug-eyed reporter here, Megan Cunniff. She reported on this. This is the last thing I'm reporting on before we get out of here, man. I don't get out of here and do my thing. Megan Cunniff reports, new tonight, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, is asking a federal judge for permission to travel internationally for the Pink Friday 2 World Tour. He's currently on probation out of Los Angeles federal court for failing to register as a sex offender. Now, since we're on the topic of sex offenders, great segue. This is what's happening. So Nicki Minaj's husband failed to register as a sex offender out in Los Angeles. As you all know, he had just got put back on house arrest because of him trying to be outside and be tough at the tender age of 50, trying to go at Offset over some shit between these niggas' wives. Got him jammed up. He had to be on house arrest. I don't know if he's still on house arrest or if that time has passed, but he doesn't seem like a smart individual. In this court document here, it says defendant Kenneth Petty, aka Mr. Petty, by and through counsel hereby applies to the court for an order allowing him to travel out of the country with his family for his wife's tour and her professional purposes. Mr. Petty and Mrs. Petty believe Mr. Petty is necessary to accompany the family on the tour for various purposes, including childcare. He needs to go so he can babysit the baby. They gonna be sitting there with the bottles and be sitting there with the playpen. They gonna be doing all the extra shit. Yeah, you need to go babysit, motherfucker, so you can be there for the child while your wife makes the money and takes care of you, sir. Now, I don't have a problem with that, man. I really don't. I just wanted to say that because it's like some niggas be out here be acting so hard, but then all of a sudden nigga end up going to do shit like this. Man, I must travel with my wife so I can babysit my son. At least he's trying to be a good father, right? At least he's trying to be a good father. You got to commend him for wanting to be a good father. I do believe, though, just my unpopular opinion, he may be trying to go out there because maybe his wife is a little loose in the goose. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little too friendly. Maybe she couldn't wait to have that time overseas away from her husband so that she can finally get clapped by something else. I don't know. But it just seems odd. So clearly he's off house arrest because he wants to travel to a different country. Now, it says the anticipated travel schedule begins on April 17th, 2024, which is tomorrow, and continues including Canada, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Austria, Ireland, Switzerland, and Romania. The government has been notified about this application and takes no position. Mr. Petty's probation officer has been notified of this application and has no objection to the travel request. This was dated on the 15th, aka yesterday. Now, it's no word whether he got approved for this or not, but I will say, given the most recent antics, it might be the best idea for him to stay at home with the child. You might want to stay at home with the child because they're not so lenient in other countries when it comes to niggas doing stupid shit. And something tells me that you might get yourself into something stupid overseas. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know this man. But maybe, just maybe, you should sit at home with your son and kick it for a while and just let it be that. You know what I'm saying? Have some free time to yourself and your thoughts. And, you know what I'm saying, play with your son, man. Have him outside. You know what I'm saying? Go do something with him. Do something memorable. Don't just have this nigga sitting around going on tour with y'all niggas while y'all try to look cool and try to look like, oh, y'all the shit, and y'all taking photo ops for Instagram and shit while this little nigga is still in the care of somebody else. Nah, man, get your son, spend the time with him, man. Actually look him in his eyes and realize what it is that you could lose if you decide to do something dumb again that'll put you in a legal position to fail. That's all I'm saying. I don't have no hate towards a Mr. Kenneth Petty. I'm just giving my honest opinion on this situation from the outside looking in. Oh, no. What are y'all saying? Let me see what y'all saying. LR really said, can you be a good father and offender? IVR said, black women don't cheat. Psych! Lady Aries, what's going on, sis? How you doing? She said, just stopping in to say hello and hope everyone is doing great. Gotta run. Love y'all. You all GMS fam. Love you too, Lady Aries. Appreciate you. LR really said, dude is stuck. Subliminal Frequency says, no, Nikki is the one stuck if there is no prenup. Oh, Jesus. Might be. King Gambit says, nah, all the countries you named have a high pedal rate. Oh, really? Oh, this nigga begging to go over there. He said, please, please, just at least let me go to Sweden. Please, Sweden. Just at least Sweden. Oh, my God. Hey, man, I wish that guy, I wish the guy nothing but the best, man. I don't wish jail on nobody. I don't wish any of that shit, man. Just, you know, do your thing, Kenneth Petty. Hope you're able to travel and do what you please. One thing is, this is a perfect example for everybody out there to not get yourself in these situations where you have to do something you don't want to do because of legal ramifications that are over your head. Having somebody tell you can't leave your own house because of shit you did 20 years ago. Being able to not be able to travel, go to different countries and experience the world because of shit that you did in the past. Just be smarter, man. Rethink that spontaneous, heinous decision that you might make in a situation where you feel like you're being tested. Think about what you could lose. Hey, you nigga that's watching but hate me. Think before you make your next action. Think before you do that. Use your brain. Choose your battles wisely. I promise you. Now, GMS fam, the Green Room, once again, it has been a dope show. You know, I was going to be petty about the music because, you know, as you can hear, I play music in the background just like a lot of people do in their shows. But recently, somebody started trying to put music in the background of their show. It just wouldn't fit. It's just not the same, you know? Don't try to do it now, man. Just roll with the punches. Roll with the punches, sir. It's too late. You should have been playing music in the background. It's too late. Niggas still gonna get them clips off. Niggas still gonna get their reactions off. Just let it be. GMS fam, the Green Room. It's been a dope ass show. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Shout out to my nigga Sean Mims. Shout out to my nigga Terrence. Shout out to y'all that donated in the Cash App today. I appreciate y'all for supporting the GMS show in a big way all the time, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to my GMS fan, man. I see you, King Lukey, Arius, Baby G, Subliminal Frequency, LR Realist, Fred Jackson was in the building, King Gamut was here. Who else is in the building? Lady Aries, appreciate you for stopping by. IVR in the building, Zim Master, my guy is in the building. Soda Slim pulled up today. I appreciate you, my guy. Glow was here. Who else, man? King Lukey, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson in the building. I appreciate you, man. Who else pulled up? Cameron Lucas was in the building. Copacetic Arts was here. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Put a GMS in the comments if you didn't hit the chat earlier, man, so I can shout you out. I ain't shouted out the whole chat in a minute. Tabernacle of David, I see you. Jan Wynn, I see you. DJ Travel, I see you. Scale Blazers, I see you. 313 Legacy, I see you. Zane Vicious, Sick of Liars, I see y'all. Still a Lee. Mars Denzel, what's going on? Sean Mims, Chris Blue, Beaky Bianca, Glittery Bubbles. What's going on? GMS fam. Appreciate y'all for supporting the show today, man. It's been real. Blackfire Edits, I see you, brother. All right. Nate Kush, I see you, I see you, I see you. It's time to shake the spot because it's hot. And remember, kids, don't be like that weirdo who we talked about earlier. Be better than that. Don't ever be like that, man. Be your own man. Stay away from pussy. GMS fam, the green room. We out.